Hey, welcome. NOTW is really blessed. We have an opportunity to work with the late Jenny Rivera's daughter, Jacqie Melina Campos, the reality TV star of I Love Jenny. She's going to be sharing her personal testimony of how Jesus has been a blessing in her life. I know that you will be blessed because God is working in her life just like God wants to work in your life. Listen to her. It'll be a great encouragement, I promise you. All right? God bless you guys.
Okay, I'm just here to talk to you guys about God's amazing love and grace that He has had over my life. A lot of people think that my life has been easy because of who my mom is and that I have everything handed to me on a silver platter, but it's not like that. It might look like that on the outside, but it hasn't really been like that. I've been through a lot since the day that my dad left and I realized why he left. Just his absence had a complete effect on me. Like I was I was empty inside. Like I never really knew how important a father is to his daughter until that person's not there anymore. And the fact that my dad wasn't there, I was left with feelings of abandonment. Like he didn't love me, I wasn't good enough for my dad, and that's why he left. And but that really wasn't the case. He left because he had molested my aunt, my sister, and me. Although I don't remember anything, thank God. His grace is amazing. I don't remember any of that traumatic event, and I know that that's God, His grace over me. He was protecting me since the beginning, like seriously, since I was in my mother's womb. And so my dad left, and me as an 8-year-old thinking, oh, like my dad never loved me, it was my fault, I did something wrong to make him leave, and I was determined to fill that emptiness. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to fill it. So I started having sexual relationships at a very young age. I was probably like 14, 15. Like before that I was still like being with guys, but not completely. And seriously, for like since 15 to 19, I was just all over the place trying to fill that emptiness and trying to find someone who would love me and not leave me the way my dad did. And honestly, I couldn't. The guys, me thinking that they would love me, I would give them everything I had, everything that was me, like completely and entirely. I would give myself to them, and they would just leave and not. I was their friends with benefits. I ended up feeling used instead of loved. And thank God I got pregnant. God sent me my daughter so that I could stop that lifestyle, so I could think before I made those steps. And He sent me my daughter to love me the way no one else would. Like when I got pregnant, I was like, oh, like thank God, she's gonna love me forever. She has no choice. And I tried to make it work out with Jayla's dad, and it wasn't working. I ended up giving up on guys, and I fell in love with a girl. I had a previous relationship with girls, but I fell hard and deep in love with this girl. But just because I was in love with her didn't mean she was good for me. She actually took me to a lot of different new things that I hadn't experienced before. I started partying and doing ecstasy. I started going to raves and being out like for days at a time. Not taking care of my daughter, not loving her the way I was supposed to. And at that moment I thought it was okay. Like, oh, I could totally do this. I could be with her dad to cover everything up, but I'm gonna have this relationship with this girl on the side and still be a good mom. I was going to school, so I thought I was doing everything right, but one day my mom found out about my secret, and that's when my world just turned around. Not for the better, it turned around for the worse at that moment. My mom found out that I was with a girl, and no one in my house was like talking to me. My mom was like, I'm sorry, but if you're gonna be in that relationship, I can't talk to you. Like, I'm just gonna be your mom, I'm not gonna be your friend. Don't come ask me for advice, don't do anything. Jayla's dad found out. My mom told Jayla's dad, and he didn't want to be with me anymore, obviously, and he wanted to take my daughter away. And knowing that he was gonna take my daughter away just brought this sadness over me, like worse than ever before. I was heartbroken, I was sad. I went to my aunt's church, and I can't explain what happened that day, but I knew there was God's presence, and in that moment, I know I wasn't completely changed. It happens day by day, but a lot of the things that I was feeling were taken away. God completely took away all my sadness and filled me with His joy, and I didn't feel forced to love Him. I loved Him just because I wanted to. I fell in love with the Lord, and I knew that at that moment, nothing that I had ever done in my past ever mattered. None of all of the relationships that I've been in, none of the drugs, none of the choices that I had made, not even having a baby out of wedlock mattered to Him. Like, that was a blessing sent by Him. So, like, I didn't know that it was God's grace at the time, but I knew that what I was feeling, like, that His grace is basically, like, was covering me. Like, He didn't see any of my past mistakes or my bad decisions. He just saw my heart willing and seeking Him, like, willing to love Him and wanting to be transformed and renewed in Him. And this Bible verse I want to share with you guys just basically sums up my testimony. It's 1 Corinthians 15:10, and it says, "By the grace of God I am what I am, and by His grace to me was not without effect." Basically saying, like, it's because of His grace that I'm here today. I am who I am today, not who I was before. It doesn't matter anymore. And if any of you guys feel that you need God's grace over your life, and that your mistakes, like, have weighed you down, I urge you guys to seek Him. I urge you guys to look for God, because none of your past mistakes make you who you are. But if you seek Him today, like, His grace will cover you, and God will not see your past mistakes or your decisions or anything that you have ever done. God will just see your heart, and He is willing, and His grace is sufficient for you.